There's a new contender in the 185-pound weight class known as middleweight that is known as Jack the Joker Hermansson, a Swedish savage in the making, okay, that also trains in Norway. That's a bit weird. You know, when you've got Gustafsson's gym available, why wouldn't you train in Sweden with him? Either way. Anyway, it's a bit weird, but yeah, he'd submitted David Branch in the first round. And first of all, before I talk about how great of a submission it was, because it was a head and arm guillotine, beautifully executed. As soon as it was presented itself, he locked that shit up. But I saw a lot of people on the desk at UFC that I feel like I know more than, okay? And I can't help this, because they're saying, not only did he submit him, he submitted him in the first round. Okay? That's the easiest round to submit someone. Like, are we talking about different things? Like, I saw a lot of YouTube channels. I've been looking at a lot of YouTube channels on MMA recently. You know, seeing who's next to be destroyed. You know, but I'm watching YouTube channel. They're saying, not only did he submit him, but he got him in the first round. That makes it 10 times crazier. Like, what are you talking about? You don't know submissions. You know what I'm saying? Submissions are easiest to get in the first round. I'm more impressed by Paul Craig pulling off that submission in the third with a minute left to go. That's when things get real tough to land submissions. When there's sweat, when there's blood, when you're trying to fucking lock up a triangle choke, but your fucking calves are just slipping off of wet fucking... I'm getting horny just thinking about it. When your calf is just slipping off of shoulder blades that are just soaked with fucking sweat. Like, there's nothing you can do. When they've got Vaseline on their face and it's dripping down their neck and it's harder to get the guillotine in. It just... If you're going to submit someone, the first round's the best place to do it. No sweat, everything's dry, and the guy is not in the right frame of mind to be defending a submission in the first round. They're trying to get a feel out. They're just trying to get comfortable in a cage, and all of a sudden they're like, please help me. You know, they don't know what they're doing. So for David Branch to be a black belt in jiu-jitsu and get submitted like that, I don't blame him. He probably was not expecting that at all. He was probably expecting a nice 2 minutes of just fainting, just to get him in the zone. But no, straight on him, Jack Hermansson, head and arm choke, off the scramble, rips it up, and he is a savage, guys. And he made friends with the crowd. First thing you do in a post-fight interview, can I say this? First thing every fight, and every fighter needs to take fucking note of this shit, okay? First thing you should do in a post-fight speech is go, thank you wherever you are. You win over the crowd immediately, and I don't know why more guys don't do it. I don't want to hear you on the interview going, yeah, you know, we just trained really hard, and yeah, I just punched him and then it happened. I don't give a shit about that. First of all, Jack Hermansson goes, thank you, Philadelphia! Thank you! I like it here in America! I don't know how he sounds, but he sounded pretty fucking weird. But just say thank you to the city. They all start cheering. You look like a fucking god. Okay? And that's going to get you some fans. But yeah, Jack Hermansson, very impressive performance. And if I was David Branch, I would go straight into another fight camp, to be honest with you. If he didn't take any... He should learn from Curtis Millender. I think Curtis Millender is fighting on UFC 236, if I'm not mistaken. I think he's fighting on the main... on the early prelims of UFC 236. Or he might be fighting a week after that. But even still, he fought like 2 weeks ago. Maybe a week ago. No, it was 2 weeks ago he fought. As the co-main event of Derek Lewis versus JDS. Whenever that was, he fought there. UFC Fight Night Wichita. That was it. He fought Zaleski Dos Santos. Dos Santos catches him in submission in the first round. He took no damage. Fuck it. Sign me up for another fight. I'll stay in camp. I need to get paid. That's what David Branch needs to do. Stay in camp. Get better. Just see it as an extended camp where one time in sparring, you tapped to a head and arm choke. Because he took no damage in that fight. And unless he took like really bad injuries in camp, which I don't know about, if you had a cool camp, keep fucking going. You're going to be 10 times better by the time you get to the next fight. And it's going to drive you. It's like... how can I explain this? It's like you're training for an opponent for 6 months for a fight. Okay? David Branch, training for an opponent for 6 months. You've never met him. Okay? You're trying to motivate yourself by, yeah, I hate this guy. I hate this guy. Yeah, I need to train hard. But then by the end of the 6 weeks, it starts to get a bit hard to motivate yourself during fight camp, I'm sure. Let's say at the end of that 6 weeks, and you've got another 4 weeks to go of your camp. Jack Hermansson walks into David Branch's camp What's up, bitches? Comes in, David Branch like, what the fuck are you doing here? Fucking sinks a guillotine choking on David Branch and makes him tap in front of the whole gym. You think David Branch is going to be lacking motivation when he comes in the next day for training camp? I fucking highly doubt it. And by the way he's talking, I feel like we're going to see David Branch again in the next month for sure. I feel like we'll see him again in April. I really do. Because the way he was talking on his little video, he said, I'll be back. I'm going back to the gym right now to practice. I'll be back. It sounds like he's going to be back in April. And, you know, we could do with another big name on the cards. Even though David Branch isn't the biggest of names. Be fun. It would be fun to have him on another card very soon. Because these cards on ESPN, there's so many of them. Sometimes you're like, who? Sorry, Curtis Millender is the co-main event of a fight night? Who? He's won 2 fights in the UFC. Are you joking? Who? It doesn't make any sense, you know? But, you know, more names, the better things are. You know, even David Branch is a co-main event of a fight night. It was a bit fishy, if you ask me. But yeah, Jack Hermansson. Let's actually talk about who I wanted to talk about. Savage. I don't know what's next for him. There's a lot of fights he could have. Middleweight is fucking stacked right now. And if Paulo Costa and Yoel Romero doesn't get made, whoever wins out of Yoel versus Jacare might be the next title contender, depending on what happens with the top. Because obviously if Yoel wins and Whittaker beats Adesanya, let's say, whoever wins out of Gastelum Adesanya, then Yoel's not going to get a shot. It's all situational at the top right now. So yeah, Jack Hermansson's for sure going to get a guy above him. And I don't know who's above him right now, middleweight. There's a few guys, right? A few guys. Maybe the winner of Brunson versus Theodorou, they can match Hermansson up with. Maybe Jared Cannonier, Anderson Silva winner. Jared Cannonier, let's be real. He's a fucking beast, and he's going to ragdoll Anderson Silva, in my opinion. And we're going to see just how bad Israel Adesanya did. Because I feel like right now in Anderson Silva's career, guys are going to fucking start walking over him. There's a new breed coming up. If you give Anderson Silva Paulo Costa, I don't care how good you are at front kicking guys in the face. Paulo Costa is going to whip fucking bombs your way and knock you out cold. But yeah, Jack Hermansson, fit him in somewhere at the top. Get him on his way to a title fight, because that guy's fun to watch. Really fun to watch. He goes for the finish. As soon as he notices it, he goes for the finish. He's not like one of these guys, like, feels like I'm ragging on Tyron Woodley a bit here, but the finish is there. Doesn't go for it sometimes, you know? Doesn't switch on the gas. It's led to win him a couple fights. I'll give him that. But Jack Hermansson, as soon as he smells blood, he's like a shark, you know? He's fucking swimming towards it. Like, give me that shit right now. As soon as he saw the opening, boom, head and arm guillotine, sinks it in, does it immediately. That's how it works. I like Jack Hermansson. Fucking middleweight is a fucking savage division right now. I'll tell you that much. Middleweight is a savage division. Just names off the top of my head that are rising through the division right now. Not rising, but just in the division that are a massive fucking threat. Oh, give Hermansson Weidman. There you go. Done. That's what you should do. Hermansson versus Weidman. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's make it happen. Or if Yoel loses to Jacare, give Yoel Romero to Weidman and let him do a rematch. Either way, what was I going to say? You've got Yoel, Jacare, Adesanya, Gastelum, Paulo Costa. I'm sure there's someone, Hermansson, who I just fucking mentioned. You got a hefty amount of guys on their way up in the division. Jared Cannonier even is a savage. Whittaker, who I think is going to rule the division for the next 5 years, has got his fucking work cut out for him. I don't know. I predicted like a few months ago that Whittaker was going to run the division for years to come. I stand by that decision. But Jesus Christ, the middleweight division in the UFC right now is full of fucking killers. So yeah, look at that fucking bicep, boys. Look at that whatever. Like and subscribe. Thanks for watching. What else was I gonna say? Oh yeah, 9 PM GMT. I'm live. Wednesday, 9 PM GMT. I'm gonna be live. There's no fights going on, but I'm just gonna be live in general. MMA Q&A. It won't be about MMA, probably. It might be. If you ask me MMA questions, it's going to be about MMA. But I know my chat too well. And the questions are going to be about dick. They're going to be about race. They're going to be about fucking Brexit and American laws and and how. Why can't you stand up? What are you hiding under the beanie? All of the memes are going to be in full effect. And I can't wait. So tune in, 9 p.m. GMT, Wednesday. And also on Saturday, 9 p.m. GMT. We're going to be streaming. And then next Wednesday, I'm starting more streams. Because they're too fun not to do. You know what I'm saying? 2 hours. See you later. Thanks for watching. And, like and subscribe. I need 1,000 subs. I really do. That'd make me... I'd wank if I got 1,000 subs. Like, I've been holding it in for, like, hours now. About 8 hours I haven't wanked since. So, my mum's home. See you later.